them. Look at this.
What is that?
It's a fucking motorcycle.
Oh my god!
It's a bike.
It's in the house.
So I wrote it today because it was beautiful out. Then it started raining, so I came in. Um, I was in and out doing laundry and like to the stores and stuff, so I didn't want to leave it on my porch unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
So I just roll it in, and at night when I go to sleep, I just roll it right in the house. Yeah.
Hmm.
If you're crazy enough to break into my house, good on you, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I know I don't have anything to steal. Like if somebody broke into my house, they'd be so disappointed, man.
This is the only thing worth stealing. This and my PlayStation, but you got to find it. It's like hidden in my bedroom. And I mean, I guess like if all the weed that's floating about the house is pretty exciting, but nah, I got nothing, dude.
I don't know
I
if like
got
do
nothing.
potheads like rob places. I think that's probably a different drug you're looking for. You know, you're probably
You're
looking for
right.
something a little
You're right.
more, a little upbeat.
Edgy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get this. Let's start this thing.
Hey friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Chris
I have a very caveman brain.
and Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Two clouded minds, baby. I love you guys.
Oh my God, you're meant to do that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. KCDC back at it again.
What up?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm good. It feels good to be back. I appreciate, if you guys watched the last episode, I was pseudo absent
Right,
I
you
popped
did
in for a
make
quick
you made
second.
a cameo. You did make a cameo appearance.
with a ton of difficulties. It was so like
Yeah, wasn't your finest hour.
unbelievable.
Wasn't your
It was
finest
not,
hour.
but you guys killed it. I watched the whole episode. I usually don't, but full disclosure, I usually don't watch episodes. That one I watched the whole thing. You guys killed it. It was nice to see
Thanks.
almost interesting situation revival.
There you go.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was-
thank
it was
you so
alright.
much.
It was all right, no problem. Yeah, we just I mean, we put an episode out. That's I can say that for sure. Like there's nobody can say we didn't put an episode out. We did. We put one out.
Right.
It was a little on the short side, it was a little on the weird side, but we got an episode out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Continue the streak.
That's
And
right.
if anybody's keeping count, that episode that came out where I was absent,
Yep.
that was 198.
And that makes this episode
199. One closer to the. I'm telling you right now,
go ahead.
I guess it just hasn't sunk in yet.
Sure.
That's a big milestone.
It is.
200 episodes, dude.
And the thing about it is it's like 200 episodes, but not really, because we have a lot. There's at least 100 or 50 to 100 episodes that we didn't count. No, that's not true. 50 to 100 is the wrong word. Maybe we're talking more along the lines of like 20 to 30. I think that's more correct, because it was one a month. One a month for like 2 years, something like that. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in that range, one a month. We were doing the live shows. So yeah, we could have another 20, 25, 30 episodes that aren't included in that 200. So we're talking about 200 canned episodes plus. So it's a big milestone. There's no question. Like the number looks nice. You know what I mean? Like when we put out the episode
So-
200, it looks nice. But like we've put out way more than 200 episodes, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
For sure.
You're right.
We're out here doing work, bro. We're out here doing
We are
absolute.
out here.
We're breaking rocks, man.
Yeah, it's so fun. It really is. It's so fun. I seriously can't thank you enough
Oh, no
for
problem.
all you do.
No problem. I push the buttons. I do a lot of this stuff. And then, oh, you know what? Thank
Hell
you, thank
yeah.
you. There you go.
Hell yeah, couldn't do it without you. You know it.
My
But
fucking
yeah, enough
ass
of the
hurts.
washy. My fucking ass hurts.
So wait, what did you just say? I missed it. Sorry.
Oh, I said, like seriously, couldn't do it without you.
Oh
But
yeah,
then
sure, sure.
real quick, I said enough of the wishy-washy stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can move on from that. We've pinched
Yeah,
each
let's
other.
get to the dick and fart
We've
jokes.
pinched each other's asses enough.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so we do have, and
Oh,
in hindsight, I guess, I mean, I'm as busy as I've been. You know what I mean? Like I'm just about as busy as I've ever been. I have a lot of shit going on right now. I just started a new job like 2 months ago. I got promoted at that job like way too fast, way too fast. And then Spirit for Spirits is filming. Season 2 is underway. We did, we've already got one full episode in the can. We have a half of another episode. We're moving and grooving. We just went to BCB, which is the Bar Convent Brooklyn. It's a big 2-day convention. It was earlier this month, the 10th and 11th, I believe. So I have like all this content that I'm working up for Spirit for Spirits. We got all this stuff we're doing for Spirit for Spirits, trying to reach out to these people and make contacts with those people and blah 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 blah. Started a new job. I was working nights for a little while. Then I started working. Now I work mornings. So my schedule completely flipped. I was just like getting used to working from 5 to midnight every day. Like I was just getting used to that, and then having off the 3 days or the 2 days or whatever it was. I was just getting used to it, and then bang, my schedule changes up again. So like,
isn't that the way though?
I mean, I guess, apparently that's the way, dude. Apparently that's the way. But like, my whole point is that it would have been nice to have a little bit of sort of breathing room where I could have taken a moment, because like I didn't realize we were coming up to episode 200 until I texted you guys. I posted the episode and I was like, hey guys, I'm posting this episode right now. By the way, it's episode 198. By the way, this is episode 198. I don't, I wish I had known, because it would have been really, really fun if we could have maybe, like, for example, scheduled the Dungeons and Dragons episode for 200. You know what I mean? That would have been a lot of fun. But that takes that in itself is going to take a lot of legwork and a lot of like moving and shaking to get that all worked out. So there's just no way we could pull that off in the time it would take.
No, and
No
I
chance.
thought I gave that same idea thought too, but then I thought about it like when we originally discussed that's going to be like a multi-part deal. You know what I
Probably,
mean? It's
yeah,
gonna be like
probably,
a whole
because it's going to
episode.
be several hours that we're going to have to cut up. We'll have to chop it
Yeah.
up into sections, because nobody's sitting through a 3 or 4 hour, even if it is fun, which it should be fun, even if it is, it'll be a good time. But I don't expect people to be sitting like, this isn't the Joe Rogan show. You don't have to, it's not a 3 and a
I
half
was just
hour
going to say,
process.
even the diehard Rogan fans aren't sitting through 3 straight hours of Rogan. They're breaking it up for sure. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not saying he's not interesting. He's very
Nah,
interesting. He's
fuck
got a
that
good
guy.
show, but
Nah, fuck that guy. Don't try to be nice. Fuck that guy. What are you talking about?
yes,
Get out of here.
yes, we're caught here at the Clouded Mind show.
Get out of here. I have no time for this bullshit. No. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Apparently, neither did Liver King.
I saw. Oh, yeah. Do you know the details? Can you explain that?
From what I've gathered so far,
Okay.
this man Liver King is complete. I mean, we all knew he was super unhinged,
Yes.
but I don't know where it came from because I didn't go too deep into the backstory. But he has been threatening Joe Rogan. First, he wanted to fight him. Said he's going to come to Austin and fight. Blah blah blah. And he's making all these weird like first person videos and putting them out there. And the one thing I noticed in the videos, and if anybody out there in comment land, help me out, feel free. One of his pupils was humongous, and the other one was like small, normal. You know what I mean? I don't
Okay.
know if he's got a medical issue, if that's a fucked up eye,
Mm-hmm.
or if whatever he was on had him that cracked out. Because then he goes and travels to Austin, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and he's walking around Austin looking for Joe Rogan and finally got arrested. fucking crazy.
The brief.
Crazy.
Now, this is according to Fox 7 Austin. Adam Fullerton wrote this little brief here. The brief. Brian Johnson, known online as the Liver King, was arrested Tuesday in Austin for allegedly making terroristic threats against podcaster Joe Rogan. Johnson took to social media, hinting at his arrest in the situation with Rogan. The 47-year-old is out on bond with conditions including an ankle monitor and mental health evaluation. Yeah, so he was making terroristic threats. He posted multiple videos on Instagram challenging Rogan to fights. So he got a restraining order. Joe Rogan got a restraining order against him.
Good for Joe Rogan for not like playing into it. You know what I mean? I guess, yeah, he's smarter than that. He's got too much freaking money.
Right, like, what does Joe Rogan get out of it? Right, like, it would be one thing because, like, Joe Rogan, I mean, not for nothing, but Joe Rogan would probably be able to handle this guy in a fight just because he's like Joe Rogan's in good shape. He fights. He's that kind of guy. The Liver King is like, there's something wrong with this guy. You know, he's a crazy person. Yeah. But now I heard somebody made a point, and it's not a bad point. Maybe eating raw meat probably wasn't a good idea for him. You know, maybe he got some like brain worms or something like that. You know, maybe he's just like, you know, because he was eating. Isn't that his deal? He eats like raw meat and stuff. I never really got into the Liver King thing. That really didn't interest me. I never really kind of like bought into that whole deal, so I don't know his whole shtick. But I'm pretty sure raw meat was part of it, right?
Yeah, 100%. It was like raw liver, raw testicles, like weird shit.
Yeah, this dude's got brain worms, bro.
It also makes me think like how much of it, what we saw on the videos of him doing it, how much of it was he doing off camera? You know what I mean?
Who knows?
Because apparently he was spending $10,000 a month on steroids.
Steroids, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, if you eat all this like natural food and you do these things, you'll look like me. Meanwhile, this dude's jamming himself full of so many steroids, it's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah, like total ridiculousness. So yeah, I believe that this dude is number one, mentally unstable, or mentally out there. Also, number two, on some sort of hard drugs, and number three, has brain worms from all the raw meat that he's eaten.
I couldn't agree more.
I think it's a combination. Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe it's stupid to feel this way, but I kind of feel bad for his wife.
He's got a wife?
He's got a wife, dude. She's like a beautiful, like normal looking woman. And apparently before all of this,
I can tell you this, she's not normal.
No.
But anyway, go ahead.
That's
before all this, what?
Or he blew up as Liver King.
Sure.
She was like a dentist, like a successful dentist.
He was, or she was?
Money. She was.
She was a dentist. Okay.
She was a dentist and like pretty much footed the bill for everything. You know what I mean? She was the breadwinner. And then I guess once he started getting that social media money and that sponsorships and all that stuff, whatever, But dude,
and he lost it. Well, there's got to be something in it for her too, because what's she doing sticking around?
Yeah, there has to be.
Got to be something in it for her. There's got to be some benefit.
Terrified though. She could just be plain out terrified, like brainwashed and terrified of him.
Is that true, or you're just speculating that?
That's my speculation. That's just my speculation.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Like if you watch some of the videos with her in it, she's just kind of like the newer ones, especially. She's just kind of standing next to him, like.
Is it like a blink twice if you need help type situation? Like move your ponytail to the other shoulder and I'll ask him to leave.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, maybe.
But who knows? Who knows?
Man. Yeah, steroids. They steroids fuck your brain up also, right? Like,
yeah, dude, that's what I thought. Yeah, you look cool. You look like.
He doesn't look cool. He looks very unnatural.
It looks very weird. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? Like some people, like even like little kids, are like, oh, he looks like a superhero. Like, but
he looks like Captain Caveman, bro. If you consider Captain Caveman a superhero, then yeah, he looks like a superhero.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid, Captain Caveman was probably one of my favorite cartoons.
I used to watch it all the time.
He didn't come on often. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what
Captain
channel he
Caveman
was.
and Son.
Captain Caveman and Son. Oh my God. Yeah. They did that for a little while, where everybody had to have like a little small version of themselves, like Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo, and like I think
That's right.
other cartoons did it as well, where it's like everything has to now have like a little junior guy, like
Yeah.
the chicken, the rooster, Foghorn Leghorn. There was that little
Mm-hmm.
chicken, the little guy, and then there was a dog and a little baby, like a little dog, like a bulldog, and then the little bulldog. Yeah, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was hot for a
I don't.
second.
I can't speak for. I couldn't tell you what cartoons look like nowadays because I don't. Like after school cartoons and shit like that.
Big boobs, big
I feel
asses.
like I was just gonna say. I feel like it's a lot of anime.
Oh yeah.
Like that's it, right?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't actually know the answer to that. I don't know. I don't know what.
We-
Well, I'll say this: I do watch some cartoons because I think we talked about this. I enjoy animated stuff. Like I'm not anti-animation. I wouldn't say I'm into anime because that's a specific style. You know what I mean? Like anime is a specific
I
thing.
never was.
Manga is a specific thing. Like these are different styles of animation, which I'm not like into one or another, or I'm not really against one or another. You know, it's just like I'll watch whatever it is as long as it's entertaining. But there's a couple of animated things on Netflix that I think I gave you guys the list to check out. So I mean, yeah, like there's one called Blue Eyed Samurai, and I think that might be. Oh, maybe it's. I'm not sure if it's anime or not. Maybe it's a different style of animation. But I'm into animated stuff. Definitely into animated stuff. There's a show on Prime called Invincible. It's a superhero show. It's very cool. Very cool. It's an adult animated series. It's like for adults. It's not like it's not sex. It's just like an adult animated series. There's a lot of like blood and guts and stuff like that. People get fucked up, like real fucked up. Sort of reminds me of The Boys a little bit.
Oh, dude, The Boys. The first time I saw The Boys, first episode, literally like blew my fucking mind. I was like, "Whoa, this show is fucking cool."
Yeah, yeah. It's
That
definitely
was such a cool show.
it's like one of the more. I mean, it's very twisted and very sort of like extreme, but it is probably more aligned with what real life would be if there actually were superheroes. Most of the superheroes would essentially be just like horrible people and villains and like terrifying. You know, it would be
What was
awful.
the other edgy? They were like anti-heroes, and the Rorschach.
Oh, that was
Patton.
Yeah. That's is that Sin City? No. That's
No,
The
that's
Watchmen.
another
The
good
Watchmen.
movie.
The Watchmen.
Watchmen, dude. I
was
enjoyed that too. I really did enjoy that. That was cool. I had somewhere floating around. I had like the big comic version of that. It was pretty sweet. Lost in the sauce, moving so much.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not much of a collectibles guy, frankly. I had my
No.
card on the wall there for the episode that doesn't exist. But it's too humid in here, so I'm not bringing it back.
Yeah.
I
keep
did the
it in
research,
the
and
cool-
it's like not completely airtight and not completely watertight. It's almost like it's water resistant. If I drop water on it, it would probably be fine. But if I dropped it in the water, eventually the water would
Yeah, if
work
you
its way in
submerge
there.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like I'm not leaving it in places where it's humid. I'm not leaving it in places where it's, whatever. I'm smoky or dingy or whatever. Keeping it nice.
Yeah, I don't blame
Keeping
you.
it nice.
See, I'm such a freak. I would take it. It's in its blister pack. I would take that. I would put it in a sandwich baggie.
Well, it
seal
is
then
that
put that in a brown baggie.
they
and
send
then
it.
tuck it away.
It's in a plastic slab, they call it. It's in the plastic case. Then that case is in a plastic envelope. So it already is in an extra plastic envelope. Like the case is not touching the air. It's in a plastic envelope, and that's what's touching the air. Like I don't know, maybe
that's what's up.
maybe if I had some place to like display it, if I ever displayed it, maybe I would take it out of the plastic. But right now, don't need to. No
Yeah.
need. I have it stuck to the wall. I have it stuck to the wall by my desk with that Fun Tax stuff. Remember that?
Yeah,
and so
yeah, yeah.
the plastic is on it so that I can just stick it to the plastic and the card is not touched.
Nice.
I have very
That's dude.
few.
That's
I have very
so
few
cool.
things of value in this world, Chris. Very few. Very few. So I try to
Yeah.
take care of the ones that I do have.
I mean, really,
What's your most valuable like physical possession? Not like people, not like your pet or anything like that. What's the thing that like if you sold it, it would make you the most money? Mine's obviously
my car.
your okay car. Don't not counting your car. Not counting
Okay.
your car.
Okay. What would make me the most money?
Yeah.
I would have to
Like for
say
example, the answer probably used to be your soundboard, right? But you
yes.
sold that and now you have a different soundboard.
I sold that. I have the mini version of that.
My most expensive thing would either be my camera, like the camera that I'm seeing you through right now, you're seeing me through right now, and the lens that's attached to it, or
That lens is deep.
or my guitar. I have a Gibson Les Paul. That's pretty valuable too.
Ooh.
It's very nice, very nice. You'd love it. It's
I
black.
guess right now, I would say my electric dirt bike.
There you go. Okay, so let's talk about this. Tell the people, because the people don't know about this little dirt bike here. So Chris texted us the other day with a little picture of this little battery operated dirt bike. He's like, "Look what I did, guys! I did a thing, that whole deal."
I did a thing and I didn't get scammed. I didn't say anything to a lot of people because
So explain that, because that's the part. That's the first thing I was getting to, was that the way you told it to us, you were like, "And guess what? I didn't get scammed." But like, what is that? What do you mean? Like, what happened? Is there a story? There must be a story behind this.
So, all right, for the longest time, I've wanted a Suron.
A
That's
what?
just the name. A Suron,
Go ahead.
Surrn. That's just the name of an electric bike brand.
And then is this like a standard bike or a dirt bike, like the one you got? Is it like a bicycle bike or like a motorcycle bike?
We can it's like a motorcycle bike,
Okay.
but not in the motorcycle class, if that makes any
It's
sense.
below a motorcycle, but it's not a bicycle. It's not a motorized bicycle.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
Okay.
So like I said, one of the Suron, they're $5,000, and I would have had to wait like 60 days or something to get it.
60 whole days?
I know that sounds stupid and that sounds crazy, but like in the grand scheme of things, summer would be like basically over,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm shelling out $5,000
Mm-hmm.
for something I have to wait 2 months for it. You know what I mean? It's
I hear
kind of
you.
weird.
Sure.
How I thought about it.
Okay.
So after doing like research and watching videos and just searching around, I found this company called 79 Bike.
79 bike.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's basically the same frame setup as a Suron.
Okay.
It's got a 72-volt battery, which gives me 75 miles of range.
Okay.
It is.
How fast does it
I think
go?
it's either. I got it up to 55.
55 miles an hour.
Yeah, and I like pulled over and stopped because I like damn near peed myself because that was just too fast for your boy.
Well, that's a really little bike to be going. Now that's going 55 miles an hour is pretty fast. Is pretty fast on like
That's
like
standard highway speed.
I know, it's like a moped. You're on like this little moped and you're going 55 miles an hour. That is pretty fast. I didn't expect you to say that. That is pretty fast for that bike. Because it's small. It's a little bike, right?
It's 130 pounds. It's 130 pounds.
Right, but the size of it, like when you sit on it, you're not like it's smaller. It's smaller than like a 10-speed bike, right? Shorter than that.
Yeah.
Thing
It's
looks pretty
a
small.
BMX bike on steroids.
Yeah, it looks relatively small, and you're doing 55. That's pretty fast on that thing. I didn't expect you to say that.
Oh yeah, it cooks, man. It cooks.
Huh.
Yeah. So I got it. Just been kind of tooling around, having fun, and I know I'm looking this way because it's parked inside the room.
It's in the room with you now. It's in the room with you now.
It's right now. Yeah, I'm touching it right now.
Jeez, that's funny.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll send you a couple pictures, and if you want to insert them.
That sounds good.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
And you're bringing it
I
inside
like
stores
it.
with you and stuff.
So the only place I've rode it a bunch, but I've gone to 7-Eleven because I know it's an all glass front. I can park it outside, take the key out with me, run and grab a Red Bull. I still have my eyes on it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And everyone in town knows me. So you know what I mean? Like, even though it's beach season and it's like all the tourists are here,
Mm-hmm.
everyone's really cool. One person's like, "Yo, dude, can I ride it?" And I was like, "Nah, dude,
No.
sorry,
No.
sorry, not gonna happen."
Right on. Just a stranger was like, "Can I ride your little bike?" No, thank you.
Yeah, dude, complete stranger. I don't know you.
What is with
No.
people, man? What is with people?
Dude, people are brazen these days. Same day, I was sitting there and I was smoking on my e-cig.
Mm-hmm.
A random stranger came up and was like, "Yo, man, can I hit that?" I looked at him I'm like, "Hit what?" "Yo, let me hit that e." No.
It's not for everybody.
And he looked at me like I was being an asshole. But like, no.
Right. I'm not gonna let you, Mr. Perfect Stranger, put your mouth on this thing that I then will then put back in my mouth.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Crazy.
Like if I was smoking a cigarette, I would have happily given you a cigarette,
Right.
even though they're like $100 a pack.
Right.
But no, dude. Dude, I don't know you.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
That is weird.
God,
I think you're in the right
one
here.
day you'll understand. Yeah, one day you'll understand why I just said no.
I don't know though. Some people like that guy probably will not understand that. Like that guy he'll probably eat shit off the floor. Like he doesn't care. Like that. There's people who just don't get it. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't be surprised if that guy did not learn any type of lesson there, and he's still asking for people to just hand over their stuff to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Weird. Very weird. It's like it almost like it made me think like after it happened, I'm like, who raised you? If that sounds rude, I apologize. But like in what environment did you grow up in that just in your head you go up to a complete stranger and borrow something that they put in their mouth to put in your mouth? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's weird
I'm not
enough.
that friendly.
It's weird enough to share like joints and stuff with people.
Yeah, and that's even that, like, if I don't know you, no shot. Or if I don't know you and it's down like past half, I'll take my last couple hits and I'll just give it to you.
Hand it off.
There you
Right.
go.
I've seen that. I've seen that move.
Enjoy that. You enjoy
Right.
that.
Yeah, you don't want it back. Like that's the thing. Like you don't want if I'm giving almost anything to a stranger, I don't think I ever want it. Like what am I giving to a stranger that I want back? My phone, if you're taking a picture of me, I want my phone back, obviously. Right? Like if I'm like, hey, take a picture of me, whatever. And even in that situation, I almost never do that anymore. Like I'll just take the selfie. You know? Like hand a phone like hand your phone off to somebody and just be like, no, I'll just take the selfie. But like what am I giving to a stranger that I want back?
Nothing, really, honestly. I can't think of anything other than your cell phone.
Right. And again,
If you give
if
a
I'm
hoodie or something, no, it's yours. I don't want that back.
to a stranger, what are you doing giving a hoodie to a stranger?
You know, it was like the first thing that popped in my head. Like,
Okay.
no matter what you say and you give to a stranger, it's kind of like, yeah, that's yours now.
It's
buddy.
gone.
Like,
Right. It's gone now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Actually, now that you mention it, a buddy of mine still has one of my hoodies. I got to get it back from him. Now that you mention that. There you go.
I only hoodies was on the brain because I just washed every one of my hoodies to pack away for the winter, for the summer.
What do you mean? You don't keep a hoodie or two out for the summer for those cool summer nights?
I have 3 that I have in rotation for the summer nights, but I put away 12. I have a lot of hoodies. Hoodies is like my winter jacket, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of hoodies too. I do have a
Yeah,
bunch.
hoodies is like I don't ever like feel bad buying hoodies because it's like they're gonna get heavily used. But back real quick, back to giving your phone to a stranger to
Hmm.
take a picture. I'm too shy. And I know that sounds wild. I'm too shy to ask somebody to do that.
Too shy to ask them to take a picture of you? You
Yeah, dude. And
really?
then I also feel like kind of like I get like the ick inside. Like, what are you doing, dude?
That's not necessary.
it's a I know it's a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
people
it's
like I can understand like not being completely comfortable like interacting with strangers. Like that's pretty normal, I think. You know, like not being fully comfortable with it. But like I think you can read the situation. Like if you're in like a touristy spot or if you're like, you know,
oh
in
yeah.
a place where like whatever, like you're in like I don't know, Times Square or something where people are where people normally take pictures. You're at Niagara Falls or you're in front of a pretty blah blah blah. It doesn't even matter. If you're in a situation where it's normal to ask for a picture to be taken, like if I'm at like a wake and I'm in like the fucking viewing and I'm like, yo, would you take a picture of me? Like that's weird. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, you just have to be in a correct spot to be taking a picture. You know, like if you're at like dinner with your friends, you can go to the table next to you and be like, "Hey guys, would you take a picture of our table for us, please?" You know, that type of thing. But like,
See, in that situation, I'd ask the waiter and throw an extra like 10 on the table for him, like included in the tip.
you know, that's something you could do. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you ask the waiter to do it, you want to throw him a few extra bucks. That's cool. You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of that necessarily. Um, but that's an option as well. But yeah, as long as it's a place where you're like that pictures are normal. That pictures are normal. Like if I'm in a hospital, I'm not like, yo man, you know, you want to take a picture? Just snap this shot for me real quick, right? It's like we're in line at the ER. What up? Stitches. Everybody say stitches. Have you ever gotten
Yeah.
stitches?
Oh yeah, tons of times.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Tons of times.
Do you have any? Like I've gotten stitches a few times. I think the only scar I have from stitches that's visible is the one that's on my head here. You can't see it right now, but I think the only like I got stitches there, but it was done by a plastic surgeon, so it's like a really not noticeable, really not
real good
noticeable.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I have that scar here.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
Well,
hard to say.
that
I
one
mean, you
is.
can see because of the tattoo, like that white line
Uh
that
huh.
goes. Shoop. That was 9 stitches to repair the artery, and then 13 to close out the outside.
Was that pre or
So bending it
post? Pre
metal.
pre or post tattoo? Was that
Uh,
tattoo
I
already
already,
there?
I already, yeah, that tattoo is there already.
Okay.
So good on the guy in the ER for stitching me up so nice.
He lined it up.
Yeah, he actually did line it up, and it looks cool the way like the scar ended up. But yeah, I was bending a piece of sheet metal, and my tool slipped
Oh no.
in the shop, and I just kind of like on the raw edge.
Mm-hmm. That's all it takes.
Fuck. And picked my tool up, and I went like this to grab the piece of metal again, and my it was squirting blood because of the artery.
Wow.
I panicked because I've never seen that come out of me before. Like it looked fake.
Right.
And I walked in the office calmly, and the guy looked at me, the shop manager looked at me, he goes, "How bad is it?" I said, "Well, if I move my arm, I'm spraying everything." And they straight away they took me right to the hospital.
I would hope so.
It was
Shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'm fortunate. I've never had. I shouldn't even really say this, but like I've never had an accident like that. Thankfully, where I had to be rushed to the hospital. in that type of a way. You know what I mean? Like I was rushed to a hospital one time for this injury, but it wasn't from an accident necessarily. It was it was from a fight.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fight at the old frat house, and your boy took a pool cue to the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks, dude. They suck. Getting hit with, they suck.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't advise it. 1 out of 10 would not recommend. I do not want to do that again. Not gonna. But I got very lucky. Whoever was on duty that night must have been on his P's and Q's because the stitch job was impeccable. You did a fantastic job.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
I wonder if
awesome.
You see where
very faintly,
where it gets where it gets white right there.
Yeah, when you stretch out your skin, you can tell
where it gets a little white right there. That's where the scar is, but you can't see it normally.
No, you actually had to point it out.
Yeah.
But if we were in person, you could. It's so hard. You got to stare at you and.
Yeah, I mean, if I told you, put it this way, if I told you if I was just sitting in front of you and I told you find my scar, it would take you a really long time if you even found it at all.
The first thing I would say if you said find my scar, I'd be like, "Are you hitting on me, dude?"
It's kind of a form of playing doctor.
Yeah, let's play doctor.
Kind of.
Find my scar.
Find my scar. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've had stitches a bunch of times, and then honestly, I got so sick of getting stitches, I just gave up. I would either super glue, tape it closed. Dude,
why were you getting this all from work? All from your job?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider not cutting yourself up? Did you ever consider just knocking it off? Quit that shit?
I know it sounds like I did cut myself a whole bunch of times, but it's literally a handful of work injuries and then a bunch of skateboarding injuries and riding bikes in the woods and just being a teenage boy, you know.
Pretty soon you're gonna add moped injuries to that. Get a little road rash.
I don't, dude. I don't.
If you're doing 55 in that thing, you are going to crash.
That was once, and I have not done that. I have not done, dude. I've been just buzzing up and down Ocean Avenue.
You have to wear a helmet, right?
Yeah, I got a helmet with goggles, and I wear gloves.
Of course you do. You got to wear the gloves.
Yeah, dude. The second day I had it, I forgot to put the gloves on, and I got it. I got it.
What do you mean? You got what?
My hands got so sweaty, and the grips were slick, you know. So I get the gloves.
Oh, you mean you understand the gloves? You understand it?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So you think that the gloves are necessary so that your hands won't get sweaty? Don't your hands get sweaty inside the gloves?
Yeah, but you don't lose the grip because you got the gloves on.
But you lose the grip on the glove, don't you? If your hands are sweaty on the inside?
You don't sweat through the glove.
Okay.
Nah,
what kind of gloves are they? Are they leather gloves?
No, Fox Racing gloves. So it's
okay. It's like a batting glove.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. It's kind of like a batting glove.
Okay.
Like a hybrid batting glove. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Do you have a cool Fox Racing jacket that you wear?
No. I looked at one, but no.
No, not for you.
No, I've obviously, if you know my tattoos, you know it's me, but you can't tell, because it's a full face helmet with the goggles.
Well, yeah, no, you wouldn't want anybody seeing you on that thing. I get it.
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. The other day, I had it was when we had those couple days, and I use the term loosely, but it was cold.
Yeah, it was a little chilly. It was.
It went from 90 to 65.
Inexplicably, with no rain. It didn't rain. It was 90 with 150,000% humidity, and it didn't rain. And then suddenly, it was 62 degrees outside.
Weird.
for like two
So
and a half
weird.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. But the day I had my long black jeans on, a plain black hoodie, my black helmet, black gloves, and I'm buzzing around. And I went by Bar A, and I came around, and I went down the street behind Bar A, and a friend of mine lives there. I saw she was on the porch, so I just and I beeped my little horn because it's got a horn. Meh, meh.
Right.
Right away, she knew it was me. I'm like, how did you know? She goes, I'll be honest with you, your right pant leg is up just enough, and I can see a piece of your tattoo. Fuck, man.
Oh well.
I gotta wear longer socks.
I got to see you on this bike because like you're a tall guy, and I'm picturing this bike as like a little bit of a smaller bike. So I like how okay. So in relation to your ears, where are your knees when you ride this bike? Are your knees like 6 inches below your ears? Would you say your knees are at shoulder height? Like where are your knees when you're riding this bike?
You see how I'm sitting right now?
Yes.
Exactly.
So you're sitting in
Exactly.
bike position right now.
Yeah.
Where are your knees? Are they just below the bottom of the screen? Where's your knees at?
My knees are, from what you can see right here.
Yeah.
My knees are probably,
Like a foot
like,
down?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not like this
That's
at
what
all.
I'm
You know?
imagining, right? I'm imagining you in like this little tiny
no.
bike, like scooting around with your knees up in the air. Like, of course they're gonna know it's you. You're a 6'5" guy on a tiny little moped. It's Chris. How do you know? Because he's a giant guy on a tiny little bike.
Yeah, because he's the guy on the clown bike.
Well, sort of.
Dude, it's wild too. It's got like proper front suspension, proper rear suspension. It's got motorcycle tires.
Nice. I'm happy for you. I hope you don't crash.
It's thanks. Yeah, thank you. Me too. Me too. I went over the Belmar Bridge on Ocean Avenue.
Yep.
And came back
Mhm.
and will never do that again.
Why?
When I went over the grates, because it's a drawbridge. When I
Oh,
went over the
yeah.
grates, I was like, oh, oh, oh. And dude, it just felt like the bike wanted to go whoop.
Just slide out from under
Nope.
you.
Yeah, dude. I didn't like it one bit. It scared me. So I won't be going over. Yeah, whatever. Call me a pussy in the comments. I don't care. I don't care.
I'll just say this: riding motorcycles is just incredibly dangerous. Just incredibly, incredibly dangerous. So all I have to say is just be careful out there. Watch yourself. You know, your other people on the road might not be able to see you, so make sure that they can see you. You know, they say loud pipes save lives. You know, make sure that you're noisy out there. Make sure that you're wearing bright colors. None of this fucking black from head to toe bullshit that I know you like. You gotta glow it up, bro. Glow it up, because
You're right.
motorcycles are dangerous. Motorcycles are dangerous. I don't mean to freak you out, but
No. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. I
They are
fully, and I
dangerous.
hear what you're saying.
my brother sold
dude-
his. My dad's is over there, but he doesn't ride it.
You can't. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's what's scary about this.
You what?
Electric.
Oh, you
Noise.
can't hear
All
it.
you hear
You have
sounds
a
like
you got to
like
get
a
a like a
DeWalt drill.
one of those little bells. Ring 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 ring, or a horn, like a little clown horn. Ear, ear, ear.
Yeah. I mean, I could if I wanted
Could
to.
you
I
put some-
like I have.
Put a card in the spokes.
I thought about it. I thought about it. I thought it would be so fucking cool. It'd be so cool. But I mean, I could attach my my JBL speaker to it, you know, so at least like
Oh, that
you'll
would be
hear
so
me
annoying.
coming from the music. But yeah, again, annoying.
Oh yeah, that would be the worst.
don't
People would
want
hate
to
you.
be annoying.
People would hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
They'd be opening their door to clip you. You know, oh, here he comes. Bam.
Yeah, here comes this asshole again. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to
I
be
like-
careful out
you
there.
know, thank you.
And especially where you live, dude, with the pebbles and sand and stuff. You know, you got pebbles on the road, you got sand on the road. You got to be careful with that shit. I know a guy who lost his leg below the knee or above the knee because he was driving home. He was right by his house. And they always say, you know, like an accident's always happen within a mile from your home. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've always heard that. He was coming around the corner to his own house, and there was just some gravel on the ground, just some sand and gravel on the ground. The bike came out from under him, and it landed on his leg, got caught under the bike, and the bike slid and just ground his leg right off. So he was from just above the knee down was titanium peg. Yeah.
Poor guy.
And that's not even the worst. I have worse stories than that for you, motorcycle stories. Motorcycles are fucking dangerous, bro. I never rode one. I rode on one. I was a passenger on a motorcycle a couple times. Never drove one myself. And at this point, I probably never will.
Yeah.
I think it's too late to start.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I got the electric one, because I'll be honest with you, say what you guys want. I know how to drive a stick shift very confidently and very well.
Same.
I couldn't even be. Everyone's like, "Oh, dude, it's so much easier. You just, you clutch here and your foot is." I don't give a shit. What's easy for you is not easy for everybody. I'm not. No.
So you don't have to do that on the bike. You don't have to do any gear shifting or anything like that.
Nope.
Really?
I put it in eco mode, drive, or sport mode. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Pull the throttle and you go.
That's cool. Is the brake
Yeah.
the brake is on the hand though, right? Or is it on the foot?
Yeah, handbrakes.
Handbrakes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like something I would enjoy riding around. Like, for example, it would be fun. Like, if I was on vacation somewhere and I could just, like, have one of those at my vacation place so that I could just ride around on vacation or whatever. You know how, like, some places have, like, golf carts that you could just drive around the golf cart or whatever. Like, it sounds like it would be fun and stuff like that. But yeah.
But yeah, I get it. You have to watch out for everybody else.
Yeah.
You could be safe. You can, you could be safe as anything.
Right.
It's everybody else.
If they don't see you, you're in trouble. You could be in big trouble. If you're in somebody's blind spot and they change lanes on you, especially if your shit isn't making any sound. I didn't even think about that. I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but like I wouldn't be surprised if there was some setting that you could hit the setting and it makes noise. It makes it noisier, so that it does create that sound, so that you can be noticed. I wonder if anybody's working on that.
That would be cool,
right? You can just like click
cool.
Like if you're in traffic or something like that, or you're in like congested areas, you can flip the switch and it makes like a brrr sound or something like that. It buzzes or something, just so that you have noise, so that people can hear you coming.
Yep.
How about it, science? What do you say? What do you say, science?
Yeah, where you at, science?
Let's
Big
go.
Science.
Yeah, let's make the electric bikes noisier.
Let's make them make some noise without the motor. Well, without the gas.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you hit something in the road, man, those things are trouble.
Yeah, like I said, I was just terrified going over the bridge. That's just, that's scary.
Can you put a passenger on that bike, or it's just one seater?
No, I can sit somebody on the, right behind me.
Oh yeah, on the pegs?
No
pegs.
No, they'll just no pegs. I could put pegs.
Yeah.
But no, they'll just sit right on. Like, I sit
on your banana seat.
Kind of. It's a banana seat, for lack of a better term. But I sit kind of closer to where like the battery is, like the gas tank.
You like to feel it vibrating between your legs?
Dude, it doesn't even vibrate. Dude, this thing is smooth as butter, man. It's weird, dude. Yeah, I could have somebody. I could fit somebody right behind me. That's
Interesting.
No problem.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Good for you, bro.
Thanks, man.
There's a spider.
Oh no.
There was a spider like creeping down off the microphone cable right here, or a microphone stand right here. It was just like I could see it against the table. It was just this little thing like I killed that shit. It's dead.
Oh, poor
Gone.
guy.
Dead is
Poor
dead.
guy.
You shouldn't have interrupted
Yeah.
the show. Don't interrupt the show. I won't have to kill you.
You don't pay rent.
I've
you
always
motherfucker.
said that. I've always said that. Don't interrupt the show. I won't have to kill you.
Yeah.
I've
If he would have
always
just
said
stayed
that.
on the boom arm, he would have been fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I only killed one guest in the old studio. I'm pretty proud of myself. Only one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
That happened.
He deserved to die.
He did. He was being a dick.
Sure was. Okay, Chris, last question and then we'll wrap it up. If you
All right,
had
what do you got?
if you had to kill one former guest from the show, who would it be and how would you do it?
Whoa.
You have to kill it, and it's for the safety of the world. We found out that one of our guests is a super villain. And it's up to us to wipe them out. Which
You
guest?
just handed this to me.
Which
You
guest
just
is it?
handed this to me.
That's what we do here.
Gutter got to go.
Oh no!
Gutter's the super villain.
He's
a super villain.
Gutter's the super villain. Oh no! Oh
In
man!
this scenario.
In this scenario, Gutter's a super villain. Okay, all right, that's fair. Now,
I love you so much.
How would you do
I really
it?
do. I love you, Gutter.
How would you do it?
You see, he's not a slouch. He's actually pretty.
You're not going to be able to poison
On
him.
edge.
You're not going to be able to poison him or anything
No.
like that. He's poisoned himself so much.
Nope.
He's unpoisonable.
Exactly. This is going to have to be super tactical. I'm going to basically have to use the cover of darkness and cunning.
Ah.
And I'm going to sneak up
Ooh, hand to man. Okay.
personal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cold blooded.
All right. You got it. Gutter, I'm sorry, dude. I really do. I have the most respect for you. I really do.
But
It's a fun game.
somebody's got to die. Somebody's got to die. I'm sure
And if
that
anybody's gonna
I'm
kill
sure
me,
he wouldn't
I
mind.
would be honored.
I'd be honored if Gutter would kill me.
Yeah.
It'd be such an honor. Yeah, let me see. Who would I kill? I know who I would kill, but I can't say it. I would kill here's who I would kill. I would kill anybody who made it necessary for me to have every subsequent guest sign paperwork. And I would do it like and I would do it like this. I would do it like this. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. You got me doing paperwork, bro? Paperwork? Nope.
Oh my God.
No, sir. Paperwork? You know what I do around here? You know how much I do around here? You got me doing paperwork? Paperwork? Yo, Chris, do you have Zelle or Venmo?
I do.
You do? Would you be able to Venmo somebody some money on my behalf? I just need to make a payment to somebody. Could you Venmo somebody for me?
Yeah, of course. Are you fucking with me?
Yes, I am. Of course I am. Who would ask somebody to do that?
I don't know, but if you ask me because of who you are, I would never say no to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
Like-
that. I appreciate that.
Of course, dude. Of course, I would always help you out.
But
Anthony, same shit.
But who would ask that? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Who would ask that?
I don't know.
Who
I
would
don't
ask
know.
that? Craziness.
That's great.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
It is crazy. You know what else is crazy, Chris?
What do you got?
The episode is over.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That was crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. You know what else is crazy?
What's
You
that?
guys can find us every week right here on YouTube, youtube.com/the Two Clouded Mind Show. We are everywhere that podcasts live. If you don't want to, see these pretty faces, you just want to hear our voices. We're all over those at Two Clouded Minds. We live on social media as well. Everywhere at the Two Clouded Minds.
Yes.
If you want to stalk us individually, Chris_is_not_funny on Instagram.
DC in the City on all social media. Anthony, we'll see you next time.
See you, pal. Guys, we love you. 199, baby.
199. You know what's next. Deuces.
Stay clouded.